I'm Barbara Kennan, and I'm the Executive Director of the Creative Chicago Reuse Exchange, CCRX. We are a prescription for creativity for Chicago. And the way we do that is we collect materials and equipment and supplies that are clean, safe, and working that people no longer need or businesses no longer need, and we give them away to teachers and nonprofits because they can always use them. Teachers often don't get a supply budget, or they get a budget like $250 that lasts all year long, and we know how far $250 goes, not very far. So we wanted to connect the businesses and the people with surplus with the teachers and the nonprofits and the students who can use it. So CCRX has pop-up events like this Swap Circle for Teachers that we're having now. And we have donation days where people can bring things, and then we have days for teachers and nonprofits to take things. We do it a couple times a year all over the city. We're working on getting a permanent space where that can happen all the time. But in the meantime, it's a good thing to put aside stuff that you don't want to throw away, too good to toss, but you know somebody else can use it. And if you don't want to use any of the other services that are around, like Goodwill or Salvation Army or FreeCycle, if it's something that really you think a teacher could use, that's what we're here for.
This is our third swap, and as a former Chicago Public School visual art teacher for 15 years, instead of setting up a classroom, I get to set up a store to benefit the classrooms of all of the teachers who walk through the door. So recycling and reusing and finding a way to gather these amazing materials, keep them out of the landfill, and get them into the hands of youth is kind of a personal passion of mine. So when I found CCRX, they kind of couldn't get rid of me. I'm the volunteer coordinator. We have multiple avenues where someone could volunteer because it's all volunteer run. And in the future, if we have our own space, I'd like to reach out to if students want to do community service, if someone has something that they want to do, I want to set up regular volunteering, not just twice a year.
I know a lot of Chicago Public School teachers and creative individuals, myself being a teacher, that are constantly scrambling for materials to use in the classroom for students who either can't afford to bring it to the classroom, or it makes it easier for them with the specialized creative materials that get donated to build projects. They are so amazed that people actually care enough to go out in the world and get materials for them, so it makes them feel really good about what they do as teachers.
So we have science equipment, we have containers, we have fabric, we have paper and office supplies. It's a treasure hunt. And the kids will learn that trash is just a failure of imagination. Trash doesn't exist if we know what to do with our trash. We can compost our food and our vegetables, we can recycle our paper and our metal, and we can creatively reuse things so we don't just use it once and throw it away. That's not good for anybody.